Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex of the Cradle of Llama. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, that just means you're catching the replay, so make sure you put hashtag replay and comment the word fresh. We're gonna create a cute little insert for our outside the box frame. So this is the 12 by 18, and I created this shiplap insert for you to go right in, maybe, if I can get it, hold on. Well, maybe. Hold on. I gotta be smarter than the frame. But this is gonna fit right inside your outside the box frame, okay? So comment the word fresh, and I have these inserts available in all of the sizes for the outside of the box frame, okay? This is the 12 by 18. We've got to do some painting, okay? Hello. Hi. So I'm gonna paint it in bright white, but I'm not gonna paint it perfectly. I want some of that wood to show through, so we're just going to kind of roughly paint it, and then we are going to distress it, okay? So when y'all pop on, say hey, and let's do this quick project. This should not take us any time. Hello, hi Cheryl. How are you? So I do, like I said, I do want some of that wood to pop through, so I'm not going to cover it absolutely perfectly. But if you don't like that look, then you paint it however you want to. Hello. Hi, Sandra. How are you, my friend? Happy Tuesday, y'all. I'm still off on my days. I keep thinking today's Wednesday, and it's only Tuesday. Just like yesterday, I thought yesterday was Tuesday. I don't know. It's just one of those weeks, I guess. But, and like I was saying, I have these inserts for every size box frame. And so it does have the shiplap lines, which we will clean out here in just a little bit. But I am just getting this nice and painted. Hello, y'all. Hold on, let me pull up comments. Hi, Terry, how are you? Hi, Mary Agnes. I hope you're doing well. I probably should use a different brush or a bigger brush because this guy is not painting very well. Hi, Leona. I bought some crackle paint. Yay! Isn't it so fun? I love the crackle. The crackle medium is amazing. I could never get it done with the glue. I just never had any luck. And then once I got the crackle medium, it was a game changer for me. Hi, Billy. How are you? Hi, Linda. All right. So this is probably going to be the longest part of our entire project, is just getting it painted. Okay. All right. Y'all, I am hungry. Tell me what y'all had for dinner. What are y'all making? What did you eat? I was so sad. I was going to cook yesterday, right? And I hopped off my live to go start dinner. And I realized I was going to do something with potatoes, and my potatoes were bad. And so it kind of just didn't happen. So I need to go to the store and get fresh potatoes so I can actually make my meal that I was hoping for. Alrighty. So now I'm going to kind of go through and clean up the brush strokes. Barbecue chicken, corn on the cob, chicken sandwich, chili, yum, yum, yum. Salad and pizza. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Donna. I had a late lunch, crab legs and salad. Ooh, that sounds good. Not that I'm a seafood person. Oh no, Christina, I'm so sorry. Christina, I saw your email come through. I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't had a moment to look at it, but I will look at it soon. Jimmy Dean sausage dip. Ooh, that sounds yummy, Chrissy. Sausage and red gravy. Pizza. Hi, Donna. All right. So let me kind of make this look a little bit better. I want it to look a little bit rustic and kind of not so perfect. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the side. Let's clean up our thing, and then we're gonna dry. Okay, steak, rice, and gravy. Yum, yum, yum. Went out for dinner and had soup and salad, chicken. Ooh, fun. Leftover pork roast, chicken tacos. Denise, I want to come to your house. That sounds delicious right now. I'm always looking for like easy meals because it's just me, you know. So it's hard for me, and I'm not a big leftover fan. Do y'all like leftovers? because your girl does not like a lot of leftovers. I'm kind of a picky eater. So I'm picky about my leftovers too. But do y'all like leftovers? See, Marcy? This is why we get along. See, and Miss Sandra too. Look at that. This is why we get along. All right, let's dry. Yes, I don't, see? Okay, I'm not the only one. Anytime I tell people that I don't like leftovers, they look at me like I'm crazy. I agree, Diane. It depends on what it is, but most of the time, I don't want it. Not really. No leftovers. See? Y'all are my people. Gumbo and soup. Yeah, I'll eat leftover soup. I'll eat leftover pizza, spaghetti. Like, my brother loves Chinese food, and he loves leftover Chinese food, and I can't get down with it. Hi, Ruthie. Y'all eat leftovers sometimes. I like leftover pasta salads. Yeah, see, that's good. See, you think some things taste better the second day, and I completely disagree with you. Not all the time. Only food. Okay, so what would you say tastes better the second time, like as a leftover? What would you say tastes better for those of you who are saying it tastes better the second time you eat it? Give me an example. All right, we're gonna dry this, and we're going to use this guy. I just knocked over my frame. Soup, lasagna. Okay, I can get down with lasagna. I'll get down with soup, spaghetti. Yes, I agree with spaghetti. Meatloaf. Ooh, Miss Diane, I love me some meatloaf. Chinese food and Japanese. See, Miss Colleen, I cannot get down with leftover, like, Chinese and Japanese food. I don't think the rice tastes as good. My beef roast, homemade pimento cheese, meatloaf, sauce, chili. I'll agree with the chili. Okay, so if you're just jumping on, we're talking about leftovers, but if you're just jumping on, comment the word fresh, and I will send you a message with the supply list. I made this insert for all of our outside the box frames. It's the Shiplap inserts that you can purchase, all the different sizes, but this is what we have right here. Vegetable soup, goulash, roast and all the fixings, and enchiladas, chicken spaghetti casserole. Okay, so I think we're nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is let's clean out the lines. I'm gonna see if yeah. So I'm using my detail tool, okay? So it has this sharp end on one side. I'm actually gonna use that to clean out my score lines on the board. I like to show y'all this because it does make a difference when you do it, okay? So, like, here's a line right here, and then here's the line that I cleaned out. So it does make a difference. Turkey salad. Hi, Dolores. Now I'm hungry. Me too, Miss Darlene. I'm actually very hungry. I haven't eaten. Oh, heck, y'all. I broke it. Well, don't do that. Oh my gosh, y'all. I broke my detail tool. I was putting too much pressure on it. It's okay. We can still use it. We can still use it. Just don't apply a bunch of pressure like I did. Hi, Debbie. You could eat vegetables every day. Sausage with peppers. Ooh, Miss Diane. That's exactly what I was gonna make last night. But I was gonna add potatoes to it, like air fried potatoes. And my potatoes were not, they were not good. So I need to go to the store or do an order for pickup. But, okay. So there is what we have. So this is my question. I was going to, now I don't know where it is. I was going to distress it. Should we leave it just like this? It's because I was adding a lot of pressure to it, Cheryl. Should we leave it just like this, or should we distress it with some black distress ink? If I can find where, here it is. That's okay, Ruthie. Thanks for hanging out. Or should we distress it with some distress oxide? Leave it or distress it? Leave it or distress it? Leona says leave it, leave it, leave it. So I'm gonna put this guy on there, And I'm gonna just do it in all black. So maybe leave it, because if I add black to it, it might be too much. You know what I mean? Thanks, I got this from Hobby Lobby. Leave it, okay, we'll leave it. So no distressing. But we will need to wax it. And y'all, if you didn't see last night, I found my wax. Yay me. Make that so you know to use it. Oh, that's a good idea. All right, leave it. Gotcha, Miss K. We order the stuff you're using. What? Say that again, Miss Dolores. All right, so I'm heating up my wax. My wax, like I always tell y'all, is a little bit on the drier side. So if, oh, that's way too much. If you heat it up and kind of soften it, it will help make it easier to spread. So I do want to wax my board because I painted it, and I don't want, yes, you do want to wax. I don't want the stickiness of the transfer to pull up the paint. So I'm going to wax like so. You don't need a whole lot of wax, but there we go. So here's what we have. Okay, let's get out our transfer. The kit you had to do. Oh, are you talking about what I did with this? Is that what you're talking about, Dolores? This one back here? What I did last night? It's not a kit. That's the club transfer that I used. But I can help you get that stuff ordered, the other stuff ordered for you if you need to. Yes, Miss Diane, anytime you paint a surface, you want to wax. Anytime, okay? It's just better to do it to be on the safe side because you don't want the stickiness of the transfer to pull up the paint. So no matter what kind of paint you use, you do want to use wax. Or if you don't have wax, just fuzz extremely well, okay? So we're gonna fuzz this extremely well because it is brand new. I haven't used this one, okay? I'm doing it on a fuzz cloth, which is just this fancy towel that I have. And y'all, okay, who saw all the new stuff that came out today? What was your favorite? Was it the Texas transfers? Was it the grandma transfer? Was it the, what's the one? The hero transfer. Which one was your favorite? New to all this, I haven't tried a transfer. I'm scared. Debbie Cash, send me a message. I will send you a little try me kit so you can try it out without like spending a bunch of money. Okay. So I'll send it to you for free. Okay. So send me a message with your mailing address and I will get that. I'll send that out to you since you said that you've never tried it. The Auntie and the Hero ones. All right. Keep fuzzing. The checker pattern. I know, Diane. I cannot wait to use that one. The apple one and the Nana transfer. I really like the apple one. I also like the bakery one. Hi, Joan. I know. I love all the Texas too. It's so intimidating. I just don't. Miss Debbie, let's just try it. So I'm going to send me a message and I will send you a kit and you can just try it. Okay. It's a small little kit. It's nothing big. It's nothing like this size. It's a small little tag that you can try. But send me a message. The baker one is great. Where do you go to see the new stuff? Miss Dolores, if you comment fresh, okay, my page will send you a message. And in that message, go to the second link, okay, and it'll take you to my chalk site. And then from there, click on the What's New tab. All right, we're gonna push down. Exactly, my niece and nephew do this, okay? They can do it, and they're 9 and 5. All right, so we're gonna push down, making sure it is completely flat, no air bubbles. And then we're going to take our black, and we're just gonna do the whole thing in black. Hi, Natalie. And if y'all could do me a huge favor, as I always tell y'all, hit that heart button and share the video. That helps me out tremendously. Even if you're just like a silent watcher, that always helps. It does. My granddaughter, yes, see? All right, and we are just going to pull this right across, and I'll clean it after my live just because the transfer is, or the color is black, and so it's gonna take me a little while to clean. But y'all have seen me clean plenty of transfers on a live. Okay, Leona, thank you for sprinkling, Miss Dolores. I greatly appreciate it, my friend. And there is like a little, when you comment fresh in the first link, there is a cutout, not the first link, the second link. There's a cutout that goes, a chalk shape that goes with the cow. I'm not using that tonight, but there, I did put that in the link for you in case you wanted to grab that as well. But I'm really excited about these inserts for the outside the box frames. So this will fit in that frame. Now you could use this without the frame too. You don't have to have the outside the box frame in order to get this surface. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna pick up all that extra paste that's sitting right on top because we don't want a lot of paste before we pull up our transfer because it can make it look a little fuzzy and we don't want that. Love those inserts. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay. We're gonna peel and I'm gonna do it slowly. That way, if there's any spots that I missed, I can lay it back down. Now remember, it is made to look rustic or worn. So that's why it's not like absolutely perfectly covered because that's the way it's supposed to look. I've purchased a few things I really want for Christmas, but woo, makes me nervous. Don't be nervous. Start with a chalkboard, Debbie. I always recommend starting with a chalkboard because you can't ruin the chalkboard, okay? I'm trying to wipe my hands with this too. Hold on. Give me a second. Lay this here and let me wipe my hands. So let me show you what it looks like. Ooh, y'all, look how simple that is. And that looks so good. All right, let's dry it. Sometimes you don't need all the colors. You don't need all the pizzazz. Like sometimes just simple is better. Right? So that's the great thing about the surface is that you can just purchase the surface and lean it against something if you don't want to put it in the outside the box frame. I'm going to show y'all that it fits in there in just 1 second. But isn't that so pretty? I'm obsessed. Super, super simple. But let's get this dry before we put it in our frame. And y'all, that's it. I will, Miss Donna. I'm going to clean it right after this. Yes. Always practice on a chalkboard. If you're nervous about doing something, practice on a chalkboard because you can't ruin it. The great thing about a chalkboard is that you can just spray it with water, wipe it down, and try it again. This is a 12 by 18, Stephanie. It did turn out good, didn't it? I really like it. Making sure it's nice and dry. So you can do it where it's just like this, okay? And I'm gonna get on there on the detail. So it's not perfect. I didn't paint it perfectly. I'm kind of glad that we didn't add the Distress Oxide because I do think the background is rustic enough. But it does fit in the outside the box frame. So you could take this and just lean it against something, or if you have the 12 by 18, this will fit right in there for you to use. And then the great thing is you have the back side too, which is just blank, and you could use that for something different. Isn't that so fun? What do y'all think? Do y'all like it? I think that's perfect, honestly. It looks so good. Okay, let me clean up my black. You could also sand it. Yep, you could sand it down in places. You could crackle it. You could do lots of things with this one. Perfect. Yep, looks great. Thank you. All right, y'all, hit that heart button for me. Comment the word fresh. We're done. It was that quick and simple tonight. Comment the word fresh. The supply list is in there. The link to the insert, the link to the chalk stuff, oh my word, is all in that message. Don't be afraid to click on links in there. It's not going to commit you to anything. So yeah, I'm completely new to this. Do you have transfers? I have, Miss Natalie, absolutely. It's the same process, just on a piece of glass. I haven't done it in a long time, but yes, you can use these on glass. Okay. And Miss Natalie, if you want to try a little try me kit, just send me a message. Okay. It was really quick. All right, y'all, let's pick a winner. Do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit that follow button, and make sure you get signed up for live notifications. You just have to comment ! notify. And then when you comment the word fresh, there's also a link to join my broadcast channel to where I can send out announcements and stuff. Just read the whole message. Read that whole message and it has lots of info, okay? Let's pick a winner because we are done. So let me go here. That's weird. It has 2 different posts for me. That's odd. You're welcome. You're welcome, Natalie. Absolutely. Or if you have more questions, just send me a message. I'm happy to answer or whatever you might need. But I do have a little try me kit available if that's something you're interested in. And oh my goodness. Here we go. I hope you have a good evening too, Miss Sharon. Miss Diane Schaefer. Miss Diane, are you still here? If so, Miss Diane, send me a message to the page saying, hey, I won. And then I will get a giveaway form sent over to you. But there is our project for tonight. Super quick and simple. Love it. Go grab these inserts. Like I said, I have them for all the sizes of the outside of the box frames, okay? I have a friend who would love this. What paste color did you use? Yep, I used black. Absolutely. Yes, Miss Debbie, girl, it's amazing. I love it. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? Bye, guys.